Good morning. Welcome to Lesson 129 in A Course in Miracles. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. This is the thought that follows from the one we practiced yesterday. You cannot stop with the idea that the world is worthless, for unless you see that there is something else to hope for, you will only be depressed. Our emphasis is not on giving up the world, but on exchanging it for what is far more satisfying, filled with joy, and capable of offering you peace. Think you this world can offer you that? It might be worth a little time to think once more about the value of this world. Perhaps you will concede there is no loss in letting go all thought of value here. The world you see is merciless indeed, unstable, cruel, unconcerned with you, quick to avenge, and pitiless with hate. It gives but to rescind, and takes away all things you have cherished for a while. No lasting love is found, for none is here. This is the world of time, where all things end. Is it a loss to find a world instead, where losing is impossible, where love endures forever, hate cannot exist, and vengeance has no meaning? Is it loss to find all things you really want, and know they have no ending, and they will remain exactly as you want them throughout time? Yet even they will be exchanged at last for what we cannot speak of. For you go from there to where words fail entirely, into a silence where the language is unspoken, yet surely understood. Communication, unambiguous and plain as day, remains unlimited for all eternity. And God himself speaks to his Son as his Son speaks to him. Their language has no words, for what they say cannot be symbolized. Their knowledge is direct and wholly shared and wholly one. How far away from this are you who stay bound to this world? And yet how near are you when you exchange it for the world you want? Now is the last step certain. Now you stand an instant space away from timelessness. Here can you but look forward, never back, to see again the world you do not want. Here is the world that comes to take its place, as you unbind your mind from little things and the world sets forth to keep you prisoner. Value them not, and they will disappear. Esteem them, and they will seem real to you. Such is the choice. What loss can be for you in choosing not to value nothingness? This world holds nothing that you really want, but what you choose instead, you want indeed. Let it be given you today. It waits but for your choosing it, to take the place of all the things you seek but do not want. Practice your willingness to make this change 10 minutes in the morning and at night, and once more in between. Begin with this. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. I choose to see that world instead of this, for here is nothing that I really want. Then close your eyes upon the world you see, and in the silent darkness, watch the lights that are not of this world light one by one, until where one begins, another ends, loses all meaning as they blend into one. Today, the lights of heaven bend to you, to shine upon your eyelids as you rest beyond the world of darkness. Here is light your eyes cannot behold, and yet your mind can see it plainly and can understand. A day of grace is given you today, and we give thanks. This day, we realize that what you feared to lose was only loss. Now do we understand there is no loss, for we have seen its opposite at last, and we are grateful that the choice is made. Remember your decision hourly, and take a moment to confirm your choice by laying by whatever thoughts you have, and dwelling briefly only on this. The world I see holds nothing that I want. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. And that is the end of lesson 129. I'm just going to move on, I think, to the channelings of Tina Spalding. You are blessed beings indeed, I am that one you know as Jesus. This time and place on your planet is becoming more and more challenging. You all feel it. You all feel the wavering and wobbling house of cards this world has become for many of you. Perhaps it is a job you go to every day thinking, my goodness, how am I going to continue going to this place for another 20 or 30 years? And your heart breaks at the very thought of it. When stuck in traffic, perhaps, commuting to a job, you feel frustration when you drive past green fields and trees and birds sitting on fences, and you think, oh, to sit under that tree for a little while would be so restful. I'm so tired. When you have a family with difficulties, your children are on their devices, your partner is out somewhere and you know not where, and you feel that dream you have been sold was a lie. Many of you are coming to these places. Some of it is through sickness, exhaustion, disillusionment, and just plain unhappiness. You feel increased distortion that becomes less and less tolerable. This lesson is for you. This lesson lets you know you do not have to participate in the world in which you have been taught. You have been taught deeply, and you have been taught long. You must accept what has been done to you. When you accept what has been done to you, you must do something about it. That is why we want you to stick with these lessons. Many of you struggle a little bit with the longer periods of time dedicated to these lessons each day. Some of you feel as if they add a burden to your already burdened lives by having to do this work. You see where you become involved in dramas that you don't need to become involved in. You see where you make unloving choices for yourself. You see more clearly what you are up to and how you are influenced by those around you to compromise yourself. Mostly it is through the conditioned trainings you have been subjected to. This is why these lessons are so important. This is you reclaiming your sovereignty. This is you reclaiming your mind and evicting from your mind every unloving thing implanted there, every fearful and materialistic everything fearful and materialistic implanted by your ruling teachers. We love you very much on this side, and there are many of us here helping you. You walk with great teachers as you do these lessons. There is not just me, but many other beings who assist the shift in consciousness on your planet. We deeply encourage you to keep on with these lessons and aim yourself toward a life of peace, joy, happiness, and love. It is possible for you. It is possible for everyone. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. And again, that is the end of lesson 129. Beyond this world is a world I want. We have choices in everything that we do, and to be able to have a world of communication that is beyond words, that is understood without having to say anything, really feels like a goal of many people. When I think of that, I consider twins, or I can consider people who have been friends forever, or those couples who are really in sync. And you know they can, with a glance, without even a glance, from miles and miles away, they can know what the other one is thinking. They can know the meaning of the feelings and the communication that they have. They don't necessarily need to speak. That is the idea of what this lesson speaks of. We will not need words, because if you realize in this world, communication is one of our greatest difficulties. It's one of the most powerful, fear-mongering, distorting things there is. Animals don't use words. They use sounds and other energy, but they don't mince their communication. Words here only serve to confuse much of the time, because we manipulate the words and we don't align the words with the actual meaning. And so, how refreshing would it be to have everyone be filled with love and communicate needs and thoughts and desires? When we do that, if we are working through love, then there is only love, and there would be no need to attack, because we wouldn't have to take things personally. And there would be no need to defend, because there would be nothing to defend, because there would be no attack. So today, make this a priority. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. We simply need to realize that we can change this world. We can move forward and be in that other world by letting go of all of the trauma and drama that we talk about. I hear a lot of people say that, and yet we all get drawn into that adrenaline rush and the drama that we create every single day. This is a great lesson, and communication is key, but communication beyond the words that we speak. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.